Good.
All right, good evening, class. We have been talking about the circulatory system and your lungs and the respiratory system, but today we're going to talk about fitness and how that plays into the both systems. So, on your whiteboards, I want you to write what animal you think has the fastest heart rate. And then when you have your answer, I want you to hold it up. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we got a hog. Is that a mouse? Cheetah. There we go. We do have one. Hummingbird is correct. And any guesses at how many times it beats per minute?
120.
1,200. Okay, now you can erase that or keep it, whatever. I want you to, the animal that has the slowest heart rate. And then if you can, write down how many beats per minute you think it has. Alright, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have a correct number. 7. 7 is the correct number, but the animal would be a great whale. The bigger the animal, technically, the bigger the animal, the lower the heart rate. Okay, and now, who has the lowest recorded resting heart rate? Man. It is a man. And then what you think the resting heart rate is. Give you a few seconds. Do you have a guess on your heart rate? Resting heart rate. Guess who it is? Alright, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lance Armstrong is right. And his resting heart rate is between 32 and 34. And his max heart rate is 201 beats per minute. So he goes from the way low end of the spectrum to the way high end of the spectrum. So, the importance of knowing your heart rate. It ensures that when you're exercising, you are at a safe and effective intensity. And you can also measure your improvement of your cardiovascular fitness, so you can know what it is when you start working out, and then as you get stronger and more exercise, it will go lower and lower. So today we are going to learn how to use the Carbone formula to figure out our target heart rate zone. So with your markers, we are going to go through this formula, okay? So if you need your phone out for math, that's all right, I understand. So what you're going to do is, the first part of the formula is 220, okay? Does anyone know why we start with 220? Any guesses?
Your heart should never go above that.
Because that should go down. Well, it starts with that when you're a baby, and then every year it gets less. 1 year is less than that. So you take this minus your age. So we're just going to put in a 20-year-old right now. Okay? Everyone with me on that? So then what we're going to do is, so this equals, anyone?
200.
200. Good job. Yeah. All right. All right, so we're going to say that the resting heart rate is 60. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take the 200 minus 60. So this would be the resting heart rate. Resting. And put this one as age over here. Okay? So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our, where were we at? Oh, what does this equal? 140, that's right. So I want you on either with your head or with your phone, take 140 times 0.65, because we're going to do 65% intensity. If you were exercising at 65%, this is what we're going to come to. So 140 times, 140 times 0.65. Anyone got an answer for me? 91 is correct. All right, now we're going to take 140 times 0.85. 85. So that would be our 85% intensity. Answer for me on that. Correct. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take this number plus our resting heart rate, so plus 60. So you can give me those numbers. And 79. Correct. So this right here is what we would call our THRZ, target heart rate zone. So you want to be exercising for this is where you want to be. You want to get your heart rate up between 151 and 179 if you are at 20 and your resting heart rate is 60. So now I'm going to give you, I want you and your partner, so if I got a partner, you can erase your boards for right now. I'm going to give you an age, and I'm going to give you a heart rate. And I want you to figure out, using this formula, I want you to figure out their THRZ. Okay, so over here, you're going to have an age of 65 and a resting heart rate of 80. You are going to have an age of 30 and a resting heart rate of 62. You guys are going to have an age of 21 and a resting heart rate of 90. And you guys are going to have an age of 80 and a resting heart rate of 120. And you guys will have an age of 40 and a heart rate of 73. If you have any questions, just raise your hand. Yes.
So ours is 80 and 120.
Probably.
80.
The age is 80, and the resting heart rate was 120. Very unhealthy.
Is that like actually possible?
Well, you'd be surprised. With heart, like as you get older, with heart failure and those types of things. I just wanted to use different numbers.
120.
When you're done, check with your partner, see if you have the same thing. You guys kind of got a hard one.
I can pay plus because not figuring out your.
A minor.
Alright, let's start discussing with your partner. See if you guys went through the same formulas, came to the same numbers. Got the same numbers? Fantastic. Very good.
Come on.
Good job. Label it. Make sure it's labeled beats per minute. Alright, now to make it a little more personal, we are going to measure our own resting heart rate, and then you guys can figure out your personal THRZ, and we can talk about the normal rates and heart rates and whatnot. So, I want you guys to either find your heart rate either on your wrist or in your neck, whichever you feel more comfortable with and whichever one you can find more easily. So, can you find your heart rates? Okay, when everyone's ready, give me a thumbs up. Go a little lower. A little lower. There we go. Or you can try on your wrist. Are we good? Okay. Alright, well I will time for 30 seconds and then we'll just multiply the numbers. So when I say go, start counting. 4, 3, 2, 1, go. times 2, and write it down. Anyone willing to share theirs? 60. Anyone else want to share theirs? According to 62. Anyone else?
No, I'm insecure.
You're insecure. Okay. Well, 40 beats per minute to 60 beats per minute would be categorized as someone who's fit. 60 beats per minute to 100 beats per minute is considered normal, and then over 100 would be abnormal. So now that you guys have your resting heart rate, you can take all your information, so your age and your resting heart rate, and figure out your THRZ. And once you have it, I want to see it really big and labeled nicely on your whiteboard. So take a few minutes to figure that out. Remember, you can use your calculator on your phone if you would like. Give me a thumbs up sign when you're done and come check your work. Label it.
This is Kate. Can I have another finger?
Alright, these numbers that we're going to be using are what we're going to be using for our next project, so make sure you keep them somewhere where you can access them. And we're going to be using them for our fitness journals and our fitness logs and putting together our own fitness so we can gauge our improvement in our cardiovascular fitness. So, thank you.